folks, what's happening? This is the Wisdom Channel. Sunday as usual, Sunday sermon, if you will. I'm in a different location, so shout out to everybody. I don't expect this to be too long. I just want to talk about this topic in particular. I talk about it a lot. Basically, what it boils down to, I see the moon tonight, but what it boils down to is me saying and the understanding what a lot of people get confused about, and that is actually getting what you want in life. You know what I mean? That you want to pursue something, you want to talk about it, you want to discuss it with other people, you want to write it down, but in order to get what you want, what's happening? In order to get what you want, here's the bottom line. You have to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to know what you want in order to get what you want. Because many people, and believe me, and I definitely was that person once upon a time, till I actually had to sit back and gather my thoughts and look at life from a different lens of what it is that I want out of life. And to get what you want, you have to know what you want. And I can't stress that enough. I know it sounds so simple, but we really have to define what it is, and are we being realistic about what it is that we want? And if we're not realistic, are we taking the particular steps to get that thing? So many people go back and forth on what it is, and they say things, and it's really about stability, because you can say, well, I want to do this, and the next day you'll say, I want to do this. It's something completely different. A double-minded person, or a person that's inconsistent in anything that they do, is unstable in everything that they do. That's a fact. That's not up for debate or discussion. If you're inconsistent in one thing in particular, and the only thing that you're consistent in is failure, then you're going to be unstable in everything else. Days go by. This time that we have here is just so precious. It's crazy. It's so precious. We get hung up on people. We get hung up on things. We get hung up on failures, instead of realizing that it's just a path. You gotta sometimes take life seriously, but look at it like it's a video game. Mario Brothers. You're going through levels, and you get stopped and stuck on a level. That's where our mind, you get stagnant. Instead of making moves, you gotta be like willing to bet it all on what it is, this dream that you have. No matter what that is, losing weight, starting your own business, anything, any dream that you have, anything that you might have been thinking about since you're a teenager, and maybe you're in your 20s, maybe you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Nothing's getting easier as you get older. The thing is, the difference now is you have the internet right now, which makes things a whole lot easier. It makes research a whole lot easier. It makes so many things closer to you that you have access to. But many people don't want to take advantage of it. We want to blame our failures on other people, which isn't necessary. It's not going to stand up at the end of the day. And when you die, and I talk about death so much in my videos, but when you die, is that what you're going to do? Are you going to blame everything on someone else when you pass away, when you leave this plane of existence? It was someone else's fault that this didn't happen for me, or I was stuck in this position because of my kids. My kids held me back. A lot of times, when these things are removed from us that we consider to be an obstacle, you still don't do anything about it. It's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, or it'll get done tomorrow. And before you know it, that time is come and gone. This opportunity can stay it can be here for a point where you have access to it. The universe, God, this law of attraction, it shifts things And sometimes, due to synchronicity, you can recognize certain things, but many people don't. And you have that chance to actually change something, to actually do something. You have that window, and sometimes it's clear as a day. But people get caught up in laziness, or they just get lazy where they don't want to. I don't know, man. It's a feeling. It's a feeling, self motivated, whatever you want to call it. It's a feeling you gotta have to be able to get out there and get your own, no matter what it is, and whatever money, assets, whoever you have, you gotta be willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, then it's kind of like it's gonna be a lost cause. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. If you're not willing to actually invest or anything like that, investing in self. Meanwhile, if you do, or if you are working, you got a 9 to 5, you're investing in someone else's dream. And I say this over and over. Whether your goal is self-employment, I know I don't want to be going. Tomorrow, I'm thankful. It's gratitude. That's law of attraction thing. I'm grateful that I have a job to go to, but that's not where I want to be. And I know a lot of you guys, as far as contentment, that's probably not where you want to be at. There's something going on in your life right now, which is where you don't want to be at. And maybe you have the opportunity to change it tonight or tomorrow, or at least take that step to do it. But what is it that's holding you back? That we come across a lot of the root. What I discovered, and this is just me personally, maybe you guys might feel the same way. A lot of the things in life that plagues us or happens to us or that's holding us back is just fear. If you look at the root of a lot of these issues that's causing stagnation, that's holding us back is progress. I've had so many conversations this week about where I'm at in life, and basically it boils down to me being in my own way. I'm stopping myself. It's like the mind is the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? And on that battlefield, you're fighting yourself. You're not fighting anyone else. You're fighting yourself because it's in your mind. And this is all like so cliche, but this is real stuff. Like, really, a lot of times, this greatness is you're the one that's preventing it. Your greatness, this latent capacity, this latent ability, these latent divine things that you have. And you know it because sometimes you have the inspiration inside of you that's telling you to do it, but you're just not doing anything about it. And sometimes it's painful. It's mentally painful. It's like mental anguish. You know what I'm saying? For me, I know for me it is. It's like it's like it takes a toll on me mentally. And where I feel like I'm so stagnant, where I could be somewhere that I'm not right now. But right now, once I take those steps and at least I know I'm trying to do better, then I feel better about the situation. You know, I definitely feel better as long as I'm taking a step and I know I'm trying, which is the main goal. So I encourage all of you, whoever's watching, take that step. If you don't have the money, if something that you're doing requires money, this is how the law of attraction, blessings, the universe works. Is you taking that step forward, and everything else will get out the way. Focusing your mind, using your mind your mind is like a gun. You know, your mind is like a gun, a cannon, pistol, whatever type of gun you want to refer to it as. That's what your mind is. So you just have to focus it in all these other things, these whispers, and that's what I call it, these whispers. And you can whisper to yourself, which people tend to do, or thoughts of anxiety, and you're thinking about other people, And this thing, it tends to come up when you're, trying to focus on something in particular. You'll have these negative thoughts come across, and that's when you just have to shut it down and focus on what's at hand. And repeat to yourself that this is about greatness. This is about accomplishing this goal, and this negativity is not gonna. It's not. It's of no benefit. It doesn't serve you. It's not going to. It it doesn't bring anything. It doesn't bring anything to the table. It brings nothing to the table. Nothing. It's nothing you're getting out of it. It's not productive at the end of the day. But this tends to happen. It's the human condition. These negative thoughts, and which I say all goes back to fear, and this anger we feel for not being where we're at, or disappointment. It all comes from fear. So I can't say it enough how powerful the mind is. So powerful. Within the past 5 6 years, I've learned how powerful the mind is. The mind is extremely powerful. You have a brain just like everyone else, and it's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. You have no idea. And your focus, what you focus is focus on one task. One task, work on it. You know what I mean? And I know this isn't the best. This isn't probably the best stream or topic, but it's something I just really wanted to convey. This is what, as far as getting what you want, you have to focus on that, and really focus on it. Focus on it. This means putting time in constantly, focusing on your craft, building it up, investing in it constantly. This ain't no Tony Robbins and these other coaches and stuff like that. I'm an average human being just like the rest of y'all watching this. There's nothing special about me. And not to say that I'm a successful person, but I know that once pretty much everything that I've focused on or sought after to do or get through prayer, focus, affirmations, it always comes to pass. You know what I mean? It always comes to pass. And you don't have to have someone by your side. A lot of people feel like they have to have someone to help them or someone by their side to do it, whether that be intimately or a business partner. The right person will come along. You just have to start building it. You know what I mean? You just have to start building it. Start the execution. Because this time is really, it's so, like, really short. It's really short. You guys are like a mist here, briefly. Millions of other people out here making it happen, and you're no different. So what are we waiting for? Get that marble notebook, get that composition notebook, get that phone out, jot it down, write it down constantly. Focus on it. It's like a signal. You're sending this signal out, whether it be to the Almighty, universe, whatever. You're just constantly sending this signal out, promoting it. You're reassuring yourself. You know, greatness. That's the goal. No matter what it is you're doing, it's greatness. So with that being said, man, I just wanted to get this message across. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What little people who are on here, a few people, you aren't overlooked. You guys are definitely appreciated. Make sure if you guys appreciate this video, give it a thumbs up. Shout out to everybody who did. Add me on social media. Like I said, the website is under construction. I got more. I'm gonna be doing more classic videos probably tonight that I'm gonna upload. So make sure you guys got the bell. Y'all already hit the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all those videos. And check out all the links in the description. Like I said. And if you guys want to book a one-on-one, hit me up on the email. You can chop it up for one-on-one. assistance, relationships, all types of stuff, business, whatever, you know, and we can do that. So I'm about to get some grub, man. You guys have a great night, and peace be upon you in the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. And you guys have a great night, man. I'm out. Peace.